breaking. Tim Cook steps down as CEO. John Ternus takes over Apple. After years of leading Apple, Tim Cook is stepping down into a new role and a new era may be beginning.
Apple on Monday named longtime hardware boss John Ternus as its next CEO. In a statement, Apple said the senior vice president of hardware engineering will take over September 1st, while Tim Cook will stay on as executive chairman. Ternus, who joined Apple in 2001, has played a central role in reviving products such as the Mac, which has gained market share against PCs. Though he has kept a low public profile, he has been deeply involved in shaping Apple's biggest products such as iPads and AirPods. Apple shares fell around 0.5% in extended trade after the news broke. Stock prices have soared 20-fold since Cook took over as CEO in August 2011. He boosted Apple's market value by $3.6 trillion in his 15 years at the helm. Cook also made his early reputation at Apple by building out its sprawling supply chain with contract manufacturers in China. That meant expensive factory operations and product inventories were mostly kept off Apple's books while maximizing profits. The leadership change comes at a crucial time for Apple. It was dethroned by AI chip maker Nvidia as the most valuable company, as investors have fretted over its lack of innovation in the technology. Integrating AI into the iPhone, the most successful consumer product in history, may be Ternus's hardest challenge. Apple helped introduce AI to the public in 2011 with Siri, but more than a decade later, it has yet to produce AI-related hits, while emerging rivals like OpenAI's ChatGPT have drawn hundreds of millions of users.
There it is right there, man. Apple been lagging behind on the innovation of AI integrating it into their products, but I'm here to tell you, I think that's about to change with John Ternus, and pretty soon, before he even get up in there, I think Apple about to do it. Now, looking right here, man, what just happened? Tim Cook is stepping down as CEO of Apple after 15 years. He become executive chairman. John Ternus, hardware chief, become the CEO on September 1st, 2026. Apple doesn't lose its leader, is repositioned him. What this means for Apple, this is not chaos, it's planned. This was a long-term succession plan, not a surprise firing. Stock barely moved, tiny dip. Wall Street isn't scared. The end of the operations era. Cook strength, supply chain dominance, massive profitability, services growth, Apple Music, iCloud, etc. He turned Apple into a $4 trillion company, but critics said innovation slowed. Apple fell behind in AI. Apple is pivoting hard into the future, AI plus hardware. New CEO John Ternus is a hardware engineer behind the iPhone, Mac, iPad innovations. This signals more product innovation, possible foldable iPhone / new devices, stronger push into AI-powered hardware. The big pressure, the AI race. Right now, Apple is behind companies like OpenAI, Google in AI, still catching up with Siri Plus, Apple Intelligent rollout. New CEO mission, make Apple a serious AI powerhouse or risk falling behind. And then we're going to take a look at the chart and see where Apple could potentially go. I've got a price target that's going to blow y'all mind. And we can see right here in the pre-market, man, depends on when you watch this video, Apple at 270, 271. It really didn't dip too much off that 273 that it closed at yesterday. Now, just to tell y'all, this is not financial advice, but y'all already see the first thing I'm noticing right here is the MACD curling up. We on the weekly time frame right here, and we looking at these support and resistances that I got right here, man. As y'all can see, the first blue line, I got it right at 250. That would be the support, because if you look right here, the last high was at 250. So they're going to be our support. And then we got the resistance up here at 280, 290 between there, because you know it hit, you see right there, it hit a high of 288, but we got the line marked at 280. Now, what about to happen? Apple moves in $40 increments. What could happen is we could potentially see Apple go all the way to 330. We could see Apple potentially move all the way up to 330, but we got some catalysts that's coming up that could play a major role into if Apple makes it to 330, including the Iran war that's going on. Don't go nowhere. I'm about to show y'all the catalyst right after this. Now we're looking at the day chart right here, man. I want to show y'all something real interesting right here. And we see this gray line right here moving up. That is the 200 EMA, and Apple has bounced off that 200 EMA every time, as y'all can see right here. If we get in this channel right here. Now, if Apple pulls back because of what's going on with the war, then we could go back down to 250. Then that's what we need to load up. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Now, if Apple pulls back to 250, that's where we gonna load up to buy these call options or buy the stock to run it all the way up to 330. I ain't saying they're gonna get to 330 overnight, and it might have to wait until some of these catalysts that's coming later in the year happen before we can see Apple go on that long run. But if we break that 280 resistance right here, man, we going all the way to 330 right now. We can predict that right now. If we break this resistance line past 280, then we going to 330 because we moving in $40 increments. I'm telling you, man, if Apple repeats the cycle of moving in the $40 increments, we going to 330. But if we get stopped by the Iran war, then we could not push through and go back down to 250. But if we close a candle above 280, then we need to buy calls or the stock. Now, that's just my prediction, man. But hopefully, with this new move of the CEO, he gonna bring this AI infrastructure even more to Apple and make them one of the leaders in this AI instead of lagging behind. Then we're gonna take a look at the catalysts and the reason why I'm saying that. If y'all new to the channel, man, y'all need to like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about the Brown Time opulence, because I'm telling you, I got these reports on these stocks that give me a little insight of what might happen. But you see right here in section 10, we got key upcoming catalysts on the calendar. Here we go. We got the catalyst right here, man. Near term by June 2026, April 30th is the earnings. Analyst EPS estimate $1.93. Any beat will re-rate the stock. WWDC June 8th through the 12th, Siri 2.0 powered by Google Gemini announcement could be the biggest catalyst in years. Foldable iPhone confirmations launch for fall 2026. That could be another one right there, man. Now, this is a big one right here. India manufacturing hitting 100% of U.S. bound iPhones by the end year, eliminates China tariff exposure for the U.S. sales. Apple Maps ad launch new revenue stream. Fed cut rate cuts in September 2026. Positive for high multiple growth stocks like Apple. Them rate cuts, man, in September could blow up everything and skyrocket everything. Long term, AI subscription Siri Premium. Potential new recurring revenue tier. Just know you heard it right here on Brown Time Opulence First with Money Man. Apple Watch medical device pivot, glucose monitoring, robotics division in 2027 and beyond. Now, that's just my little breakdown on Apple, man, and what could potentially be happening. I know majority of everybody got an iPhone, so Apple is a big stock and was once the biggest company in the entire United States and maybe even the world. But with this move, we got to see what this new CEO actually gonna do, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really know, but we can all speculate. But I'm telling you, I got the inside track and I'm getting these call options, man. Like I said, not financial advice, but I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about that Brown Time opulence. Y'all already know what time it is.
My savages! Money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak in CC Flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Money man! You all